Imagine this for a moment. Somewhere right now, your twin flame, your divine masculine, the man your soul keeps returning to, no matter how hard you try to move forward, is thinking of you in a way he can't explain. His mind tries to be logical. His routine tries to distract him. His responsibilities try to keep him grounded. But your energy, your essence, your presence keeps slipping through the cracks of his day. He pauses at a red light and you flash through his thoughts. He hears a song and feels that familiar ache in his chest. He walks into a room and something reminds him of you, your smile, your softness, the way you once said his name. And the most surprising part? He thinks he's hiding it. He thinks you don't feel it. But you do. Because when two souls are written into the same destiny, the truth leaks through silence, through distance, through energy that refuses to die. Today I want to take you deep into his inner world, into the part of him he never shows anyone. What he hides, what he fears, what he thinks about when you're not around. And most importantly, what you've been sensing all along. Because you're not imagining this. You're not overreacting. You're not crazy for feeling him. You are spiritually connected. And today you're going to understand exactly what that means. So many women think love is visible, that if a man feels something, he must say it. He must confess. He must make it known. But real love, soul-level love, twin flame love, isn't expressed loudly. It's expressed energetically, emotionally, intuitively. It shows up in the places words cannot reach. And you, beautiful soul, often find yourself wondering, if he loves me, why is he quiet? If he feels this, why does he pull away? What is happening inside him that I can't see? These questions don't come from confusion. They come from intuition. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt a man's love without hearing the words? Have you ever sensed something unspoken, something true, something ancient? Have you ever felt his energy wrap around you, even in silence? Hold on to those questions, because they're about to be answered with clarity, truth, and empowerment. Here's something important. A divine masculine begins loving you long before he admits it even to himself. At first, he thinks of you in flashes, moments, tiny pieces, your voice, your eyes, something you said once that somehow stayed with him. A moment you forgot, but he secretly replayed. These moments form patterns in his mind, and those patterns turn into feelings. And the truth is, he doesn't choose to think of you. His soul chooses you. And when a man realizes he's thinking of you more than he expects, he becomes overwhelmed. Not because he doesn't care, but because he cares too much, too fast. Divine masculine energy fears losing control, and nothing disarms him more than a woman who touches him at a soul level. He asks himself, why her? Why now? Why can't I forget her? But here's the deeper truth, something most women never hear. If you are in his thoughts constantly, he is awakening. Your energy is influencing him. Your presence is shaping him. Your soul is calling his soul back into alignment. But this brings us to an even more important question. If he's thinking of you this deeply, why does he become silent? And that leads us to the next part. Women often think silence means distance. But in the twin flame journey, silence is rarely emptiness. Silence can be longing. Silence can be fear. Silence can be overwhelm. Silence can be a man trying to understand emotions he has never felt before. Men express love differently. They don't always speak it. They show it through presence, through energy, through small actions. Here's what a man in soul-level love does. He listens more carefully than he admits. He remembers the smallest details. His breath shifts when you enter a room. His energy softens near you. He watches you quietly, not because he's unsure, but because he feels you. The deeper his love, the quieter he becomes. Not because he wants to hide, but because he's overwhelmed by the intensity of what he feels. But here's the question every woman asks. If he feels this, why doesn't he just say it? Why hide it? And now we go even deeper. When a man truly loves you, he becomes vulnerable in ways he has never experienced. Real love, spiritual love, makes a man confront his insecurities, his wounds, his fears of abandonment, his fear of not being enough, his fear of losing you. This is especially true for the divine masculine. You awaken emotions he has spent years, even decades bearing. He fears the intensity. He fears the surrender. He fears needing you more than he expected. He fears being seen too deeply. He fears disappointing you. He fears not being ready. But here's the twist that most women never understand. A man does not pull away because he doesn't love you. He pulls away because he loves you too much for the version of himself he currently is. His fears are a sign of his depth, not his absence. A man who feels nothing fears nothing, but a man who feels everything fears everything he could lose. And when he finally faces these fears, a transformation begins inside him, which leads us to the next truth. When a man is spiritually connected to you, he changes even if he doesn't show it yet. He becomes more aware of himself, more aware of his patterns, more aware of what he truly wants. He begins healing not because you force him to, but because loving you reveals what still hurts inside him. Twin flame love is a mirror. It shows him where he needs growth, where he needs courage, where he needs to release old wounds, where he has abandoned himself, where he desires real intimacy but fears it. This awakening is slow, quiet, internal, but it's happening even when you see nothing. Here's the first sign of his transformation. He loses interest in superficial connections. He starts craving depth, real depth. He wants authenticity, honesty, soul connection. And whether he admits it or not, he feels that only with you. But this inner transformation leads him to the most profound realization of all, the moment everything becomes clear to him. There comes a moment, quiet, unexpected, and completely life-changing, when your divine masculine stops fighting the connection. It doesn't happen during a big event. It doesn't happen when he's prepared. It happens in a moment of stillness, when his soul speaks louder than his mind. Maybe he's lying in bed at night. Maybe he's driving alone. Maybe he's sitting in silence after a long day, and suddenly he recognizes you, not as someone he likes, not as someone he's attracted to, not as someone who could be important. He recognizes you as someone his soul already knows. That recognition hits him in the chest. It shakes him. It disarms him. Because this is the moment he understands. You're not just another connection. You're the connection that feels like home. You're the woman who activates his heart. The woman who awakens his soul. The woman who mirrors the best and the wounded parts of him. The woman who makes him feel alive in a way he can't explain. He realizes that the reason he can't forget you, the reason he feels you in silence, the reason no one else compares, is because this is destiny, not coincidence. And when a man realizes this, something shifts in his energy. He becomes protective of you, even from afar. He becomes more honest with himself. He stops trying to replace you. He feels a pull to return, even if he doesn't know how yet. He starts imagining a future one he never planned to think about. But this realization also leads to a second awakening. And this is where your power comes in. Beautiful soul. This journey isn't just about him. It's about you, your strength, your intuition, your growth. Here is one of the most important truths every woman on the twin flame path needs to hear. You don't attract a man by waiting for him. You attract him by rising into the woman you are becoming. Your energy is the compass in this connection. Your healing helps his healing. Your stability calms his fear. Your self-love awakens his courage. So let me give you the truths and advice that every feminine soul must hold close. 1. Listen to your intuition. It knows what your mind denies. If you feel the connection, there is a reason. Your soul doesn't lie. 2. Focus on your growth, not his absence. Your evolution is the magnet. When you rise, he feels it. When you heal, he awakens. 3. Don't chase energy, invite it. A divine masculine doesn't respond to pressure. He responds to clarity, softness, and authenticity. 4. Trust the pauses. They are part of the union. Separation isn't rejection. It's transformation. 5. Know your worth deeply. A twin flame journey does not require you to shrink, beg, or abandon yourself. Your strength is what calls him home. 6. Always remember this. If the connection is real, the bond cannot break. Energy doesn't disappear. It transforms. And here's the truth many women forget. You are not waiting for him. You are preparing for him. Your healing creates space for alignment. Your confidence opens the door for reunion. Your self-love teaches him how to love you. As he awakens to this connection, something shifts inside him that you may not see yet, but it's happening. He begins to reevaluate his life, question old habits, recognize patterns he must break, release relationships that don't align with his soul, feel guided toward a higher version of himself. He starts stepping into his divine masculine energy slowly, imperfectly, but genuinely. And here's the part that no one tells you. Your evolution inspires his evolution. He rises because you rise. He heals because you heal. He becomes brave because you became whole. Your vibration affects him more than you realize. When you focus on your path, when you empower yourself, when you trust your intuition, you're not just improving your life, you're guiding him home energetically. This is why the feminine journey matters so much. Beautiful soul. If you're listening to this, then your heart needed this message. Your intuition brought you here. Your soul recognized something in these words. You are not imagining this connection. You are not alone in this experience. You are not loving without being loved. Your divine masculine fills you deeply, silently, consistently. He may hide it. He may fear it. He may struggle with it, but he cannot disconnect from it. Because the thread between you was formed long before this lifetime. And it will guide you both back into alignment, back into healing, back into each other when the timing is right. So don't fear the silence. Don't fear the distance. Don't fear the unknown. Everything real returns. Everything aligned reconnects. Everything destined unfolds perfectly. And your story, it isn't ending. It's just beginning. Hold your power, trust your path, stand in your truth, and remember, love like this does not disappear. It evolves, it strengthens, and eventually it returns. If this message touched your heart, if you felt truth in these words, If you want deeper guidance on your twin flame journey, make sure to subscribe. Here, we grow together. Here, you're supported. Here, you are understood. And here, you're never walking this path alone.